Wanda Smith, an Atlanta radio icon and beloved comedian, tragically passed away at the age of 58, leaving an indelible mark on the lives of her colleagues, fans, and the wider community. Her colleague, Rick Caffey, Senior VP of V103, was the first to announce the heartbreaking news, sharing that Wanda had died just one day after celebrating her birthday. Though the cause of her death has not yet been revealed, her sudden passing has left an undeniable void, with many expressing disbelief and deep sadness. The legacy of a woman whose voice and laughter had brought joy to countless lives was suddenly silenced, and in the days that followed, an outpouring of love and tributes emerged, underscoring the tremendous influence she had in Atlanta and beyond. Rick Caffey, in his moving tribute, tried to encapsulate what Wanda had meant to him personally, to their colleagues at V103, and to the community they served. On Instagram, Rick wrote, "Our hearts are weighing heavier today as we grieve the loss of our beloved Wanda Smith, someone who always made us smile and who was a big part of V103 for years." His words, while simple, resonated with so many who had grown to love and admire Wanda, both on the airwaves and in her personal interactions. For nearly 2 decades, Wanda's vibrant personality had filled Atlanta homes, cars, and workplaces, her infectious humor creating a deep bond with listeners. But Rick's tribute went further than just remembering the laughs. He continued, "We extend our deepest prayers and condolences to her family." In her role at V103, dating back to 2006, Wanda Smith brought so much joy and care servicing the Atlanta community. Wanda's impact touched lives beyond making us laugh. This sentiment revealed the depth of her contributions. Wanda was more than just a radio personality who could entertain. She was someone who genuinely cared about her community and sought to make a real difference in people's lives. Wanda's dedication to helping others, especially those less fortunate, became a key part of her legacy. Whether it was through charity work or her tireless efforts to support community causes, Wanda never stopped giving back. Rick poignantly captured this part of her life when he noted that Wanda worked tirelessly to make a difference in the lives of those who were without. Her ability to touch lives in a meaningful way, even beyond the laughter she provided, demonstrated just how multifaceted she was. Rick concluded his tribute with a beautiful send-off. "Rest in peace, Wanda, as you take your place among the stars. We will miss you." His words reflected not only his personal sorrow but the collective grief of the entire Atlanta community, as one of their brightest stars dimmed far too soon. The outpouring of tributes that followed Wanda's death only reinforced the fact that she was a larger-than-life figure whose loss would be deeply felt. Actress and comedian Wanda Smith, who had come up through the comedy world alongside Wanda, shared her grief, posting an emotional tribute that read, "I am sad to hear about the passing of comedian and radio host Wanda Smith. She was a staple in the Atlanta area and we came up in comedy together. She was the ultimate entertainer. Rest now, sis. Condolences to the Smith family." Lonnie's tribute carried with it the weight of a shared history between two women who had navigated the often difficult world of comedy. Lonnie and Wanda had both faced the challenges of breaking into a male-dominated field, and through it all, they had supported one another. Their shared laughter, struggles, and victories created a bond that Lonnie reflected on with sadness but also immense respect for the woman Wanda had been. The words "ultimate entertainer" encapsulated the undeniable truth about Wanda. She wasn't just good at what she did, she excelled at it, leaving an impression on audiences and fellow entertainers alike. Another touching tribute came from Ella Duncan, an American sports anchor for ESPN, who remembered Wanda not just for her on-air persona but for the compassion she showed to everyone she encountered. Ella posted, "Woke up to news of the passing of Wanda Smith. Wanda was exactly the person Atlanta radio fans knew her to be, hilarious, vivacious, and entertaining. But I'll mostly remember how she loved people back. How she'd pull them in a Wanda hug and show compassion and kindness to strangers pouring their heart out because it felt natural to share." These words painted a picture of the real Wanda, the person behind the jokes and the radio persona, the woman who genuinely cared about the people she met, whether they were longtime friends or complete strangers. Ella continued, "She truly embraced the responsibility of being a community mom and her role in helping people, through laughter or financial support. Wanda's compassion for others extended far beyond her career, and this was what made her so special. She wasn't just a performer or a public figure, she was someone who truly embraced the role of caretaker and nurturer for her community. Tributes also poured in from her fans, many of whom had followed Wanda's career for years, growing up with her voice on the radio and her presence in the community. One fan took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to express their sorrow, writing, "R.I.P. to Wanda Smith, icon in the Atlanta radio and entertainment industry." The simplicity of the tribute highlighted just how impactful Wanda had been. She was indeed an icon, someone who had defined Atlanta radio for an entire generation. Another fan posted, "Oh my goodness! Condolences to her loved ones." The outpouring of love and support from fans illustrated how deeply Wanda had touched the lives of everyday people. Her humor, her warmth, and her authenticity had made her not just a celebrity but someone who felt like family to those who listened to her every day. These tributes, though brief, were a testament to the profound connection she had with her audience, a connection that transcended the usual boundaries between celebrity and fan. Wanda's journey into radio and entertainment began in 1998 when she joined Atlanta's V103 radio station as a co-host for the Frank and Wanda in the Morning Show. Paired with Frank Ski, Wanda quickly became a beloved voice in the city, known for her quick wit, infectious laughter, and relatable personality. For 2 decades, Frank and Wanda in the Morning was one of Atlanta's most popular morning shows, providing a mix of music, comedy, and community discussion that made it a staple for listeners. Chemistry between Wanda and Frank was undeniable, and their banter became a signature feature of the show. Listeners tuned in not just for the music or news but for the dynamic between the two hosts, who felt like friends inviting you into their world every morning. Wanda's ability to make her audience feel at ease, to make them laugh, and to tackle serious issues with sensitivity made her a standout in an industry where personalities often come and go. She was a constant presence, a voice that could always be relied on to brighten the day. However, Wanda's time at V103 came to an end in 2019, shortly after a particularly infamous interview with comedian Cat Williams in 2018. The interview, which was intended to be a light-hearted conversation, quickly took a turn when Cat began to insult Wanda's interview style and, in typical Cat Williams fashion, launched into a series of sharp, biting remarks. The exchange, which was broadcast live, became an uncomfortable moment for both Wanda and her listeners, as Cat's insults escalated, leading to a bitter feud. Cat, known for his brash comedy and history of feuding with other celebrities, didn't hold back, and many felt that his attack on Wanda was unwarranted and cruel. The incident sparked a public debate, with many fans rushing to Wanda's defense, criticizing Cat for going too far. Wanda, always the professional, tried to handle the situation with grace, but the fallout from the interview led to her eventual departure from the station. Despite the controversy, Wanda's reputation remained intact, and her fans continued to support her, recognizing that the incident did not define her career.